Hello, welcome to my channel, Tazonomi Online Mathematics. We are still on the fractions on WASSCE. Now we are on fraction number 14. We'll be solving 14 and 13 in this episode. So that to make x the subject of the relation y equals to ax to the power 3 minus b, all divided by what? 3z. So what you do is that if you have an equation that contains fraction, the best way or the first step to take is to clear the fractions by using the LCM. So in this case, I'll be using 3z to multiply both the left side and the right hand side. So in this case, we have y equals to ax cubed minus b 3z. If you multiply both sides by 3z, this becomes 3yz equals to multiplying this side by 3z will cancel this. So we are now having ax to the power 3 minus b. We are aware that we are paying attention to x. So we take any loose term, which is a minus b. When minus b transposed to this, it becomes a positive b. Or I'll add positive b to both sides. So this becomes 3yz plus b equals to ax to the power 3. You know, minus b plus b will give you what? A 0. So now that we are having the a as the coefficient of our x, we divide through by that coefficient. So this will become 3yz plus b all divided by a equal to ax cubed divided by what? A, where the coefficient will cancel. You are now left with x to the power 3 equals to 3yz plus b divided by what? A. We need the a, the x without any exponent, which is more than what? 1. So we have to find the way by cancelling the power here. And the only way we can take off this power is to bring a cube root. Meaning cube root of x to the power 3 equals to the cube root of 3yz plus b over a. So now the cube root will take care of this. Since the cube root is a power of 1 over 3, it makes your x equals to the cube root of 3yz plus b all divided by what? A. So this becomes the value of x in terms of or expressing this relation in terms of what? Y, Z, B, and what? A. I believe it's clear? Good. Question 13. To find the quadratic equation whose roots are given as 2 on 3 and negative 3 on 4. So we know that in solving quadratic equation, if the root, meaning the solutions are given to you, we need to do a substitution into x squared minus the sum of root times x plus the product of root. Sum means the addition of the two roots multiplied by x plus the product of what? The root. Okay, so first of all, let's find sum of root. It will be 2 over 3 plus negative 3 over 4. You know, in this case, we can have the negative dominate the positive. So I'll be having positive 2 on 3 minus 3 on 4. This will multiply this and multiply this. So I'll be having 8. Then this will become what? 12. This multiplying this give you 9. The same multiplying this give you what? 12. So now we have a like fractions. We subtract the numerators. That gives us a negative 1 over 12. Then let's find the product. So product means 2 out of 3 times negative 3 out of what? 4. And this multiplication will just be numerators together, then your denominators also together. So here, I'll be having the product to become negative 6 divided by what? 12. So our substitution now becomes x squared minus, where is our sum? The sum is having a negative, so it becomes plus 1 out of 12. Don't forget the x is multiplying. Then plus the product, which we are having as negative. So it means this becomes negative 6 out of what? 12. You can see that there's a common factor, but I didn't cancel because I wanted to use the 12 as my LCM. Okay, since this is a quadratic equation, we need to have equals to 0. So this is going to be equal to 0. So now the LCM is 12. So multiply every term of the equation by this 12. So I'll be having 12x squared by multiplication, then plus 12 multiplying 1 over 12x, then minus 12 multiplying 6 over what? 12 equals to 12 times 0 will still be 0. So let's see what we get. 12x squared. This 12 will cancel this. So unless if only x, 1 times x is x. This 12 will cancel this. Minus what? 6 equals what? 0. So this becomes the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 on 3, negative 3 on 4. Meaning if I solve this equation, I will arrive at these two what? Solutions. There are other methods we can get to get this answer, but this is one of those methods. But we are also aware that if I am to get the root of a quadratic equation, it is always in this form: x minus a, x minus b equals 0. So where this is equated to 0, so this is going to be a positive value, which is this. Then this is going to become also positive by this negative here. It means in this bracket, I'll be using a positive. B will stand for the second root, A stand for what? The first root. Let's try and see if we can arrive at the same process. So in this case, let A equals to what? 2 out of what? 3. Then let our B equals to negative 3 out of 4. Take note of the sign. It is positive here. It means in our bracket, x minus 2 on 3. If this is equated to 0, this will produce a positive value. Then in this, x minus b, you know this is already negative. If a negative cross to become equals to 0, you give it a positive. It means in this bracket, we have a positive 3 on what? 4. Don't forget negative, negative. As in this negative, we give us what? Positive. So that will be equal to 0. So this is equated to 0. To produce this also equals 0 to give us this. Well, let's expand. X times x to give us x squared. This x will multiply the 3 divided by 4. That will give us positive 3 divided by 4x. That is using the first and the next. Then negative 2 divided by 3 will multiply x. So negative 2 divided by 3x. Then negative 2 divided by 3 multiplying this. Don't forget, when you are multiplying fractions, you multiply the numerators together. 2, 3, 6. 3, 4, 12. That equals what? 0. So let's compute this, knowing that 3 will multiply this and this. So we're having x squared plus 3 times this will be 9. 3 times this will be 12x minus 4 will multiply to give us 8. 4 times this will be 12. X minus 6 on 12 equals what? 0. You can see we have a like terms to take. Negative, positive 9 minus 8. That will be 1 because we have the same denominator. So we're having x squared plus 1 over 12x minus 6 over 12 equals what? 0. Just as we did in the first approach, multiplying each of the term by the 12, and that will give us 12x squared. You know, when you multiply here by 12, you will left with only x. Multiplying it by 12 will cancel the 12 minus 6 equals what? 0. So you can see that the first method gave us the same 12x squared plus x minus 6 equals 0 using this approach. The first approach also can also give you the same thing. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and comment. Bye.